This is the T.Kell Knives Agent-001, and it is my collaboration with T.Kell Knives. It's a design that I came to Tim with, and with me he worked and we did back and forth, sorry for talking like Yoda, and came up with this knife. I'll show you a sketch in a minute. Like a funky radical bomb track, it started as a sketch in my notebook and ended up as this amazing knife that was released at Blade Show 2024 this year. And I've seen some of my favorite knife-fluencers have this, which is such an honor. Even though, you know, it's a Tim knife, Tim can make any sort of knife, and it's going to be awesome and worth owning. But to be associated with him on this knife in particular is very exciting. So I started, the idea for this knife came from basically wanting something. Here is the T.Kell Knives Nightstalker, and it's one of my most carried knives. And it's the knife that got me carrying knives on my belt up front, right where my belt buckle goes. And it comes in real close to the body and doesn't print, and a t-shirt goes over it, and there I have this amazingly easy to grab, easy to use, amazing knife right at my front, you know, riding 12 o'clock on the belt. I wanted another knife that fit this concept, and something that would fit the same size envelope, basically, and would have an easy way to grab. I love the ring. The T.Kell knife, this knife itself, has really won me back in the ring. I used to love karambits, and then definitely wandered away from having rings on knives, thinking that you just tear your finger up. But for drawing a blade, there are a few things better than the ring here. And I'm not even like going to pretend to flip it around like a karambit. There are some things that are somewhat easy to do, but really it's about grabbing the knife and really deploying it in a time of desperate need, I guess you could say. So I wanted something similar, but I also wanted to blend that with probably my favorite type of knife out there, the Loveless Subhilt Fighter style knife. It's basically a long, slender clip point, but everything is edged. So a double-edged clip point with a back edge and clip sharp, as well as the front edge. This, by the way, is a custom by Hogtooth Knives. Really amazing knife here. But I wanted that sort of asymmetrical fighter blade with a clip point and double edges that is optimized for drawing in reverse grip, just like the ringed Nightstalker, but the ring doesn't sort of commit you as much, and has a great place to land the thumb, because we talk about that a lot on this show, as do a lot of the guests and contributors to Thursday Night Knives, that if you have to exert a lot of force with a knife downward like this, you definitely want to put your thumb there as an extra insurance to not slide onto the blade. So I wanted that, and jimping, and this cool thing here was an addition by Tim. Well, I can show you everything that was an addition by Tim, because I can show you the sketch. This was the drawing I sent to Tim. Can we make this? And you can see everything he did to it. He changed that handle. The handle is so much better than my initial drawing of it. This isn't exactly to scale, but it's pretty close. Blade's a little bit smaller, more the size of the Nightstalker. And this curve here, putting the tip a little bit higher, was his innovation. So cool, and it accentuates that sort of loveless shape. And yeah, so this was the thing with the grenade grips and everything. And this is what it evolved into. And a cool part of the process was, oops, sorry about that. Cool part of the process was getting these, let's see, where are they? 3D resin prints. Let me see where they are. I have them around here somewhere. But along the way, instead of making metal prototypes, Tim was making resin 3D prints, this really sort of robust. And I always think of 3D, I think of the early days of 3D printing, and I think of that real brittle kind of plastic. This wasn't like that at all. And so we could sort of gauge, oh yeah, we want some jimping here, we want some jimping here, and gauge how comfortable this handle was. And the way I had it drawn out, it was definitely locking you into a certain position. This is way more accommodating to a broader array of hand sizes. Just looking at this through the viewfinder, it's so beautiful. That purple, these purple burls, the different colored burl G10s that T.Kell Knives offers. They offer like 27 different handle scales. I know that they have blue jean micarta, and I think they might have a carbon fiber, but mostly it's these really nice G10s, whether they're stacked. Let's see, where do I have there? Whether they're alternating layers like this. This is the Black Hawk grip. So it's black, purple, black, purple, black, purple, black, purple. Top layer is black, but when you mill into it, you see the purple. Really cool. Or these sort of swirly type, more burl. So you get the different colors, but the different colors exist within the layer themselves. And it has a really cool effect when you mill it and cut it. And man, it's just beautiful. I wonder if that's, well, anyway. So I like it with that purple burl. This is my daily carry now. I've been carrying this like every day, and I carry it horizontally on the front, just like I carry my Nightstalker, with the deep carry, or with the discrete carry clip that goes. What am I doing? Oh, wrong. Sorry, I'm such a reject right here. That same thing. But with this, great sheath, by the way. That is something that T.Kell Knives prides themselves on, and for good reason. Their sheaths are nice and thin, and they're about the width of a belt, so that they kind of disappear right on the belt. Here's a broader blade, and so there's a solution to the grommet problem with how they press the other side together. With little mini grommets. Here, they didn't have to do that. They could open this up so it has all these different lashing options. And here, this is my preferred carry and my daily carry with the purple. But I also got another double edge with the sort of, what is this called? Woodsman, I think. Woodsman grip. And so that's got a couple of different sort of bark colors all swirled in together, kind of evocative of wood. I really like that. With the upright discrete carry, single discrete carry pocket clip. So this has been going in the waistband on my swimsuit past couple of days. So I have been getting a carry out of this one. And then, of course, this one I haven't carried really at all. And it is really nice with that pop in blue. And the reason I haven't been carrying this one much is because it's single-edged, and I haven't had to. But when that comes up, or if there's a situation, like if I were going into the woods to do woodland stuff, I might carry this. I have plenty of other knives I would take before that, but if I were to use this on a chore day, I might actually use this. And there was a reason I did not use it. I had a heavy chore day recently, and I actually used this. This is the Agent-002. I'll do a little video on this. This is it's not really I guess it's a prototype, but they're all cut out. They're ready to, I think they're being assembled as we speak. But the Agent series will feature different blade shapes. And this is the second blade shape. This thing is so useful. I've been hard using it recently, and I'll tell you about that in the video where I do this. But this turned into an impromptu hammer/mallet that I used over and over and over, and it worked great. And this blade is just tremendous. ADCRV2 with the, what do you call it, nickel boron coating. So lots of great utility there. And here, still beautiful with that single edge. A lot of people cannot carry a double-edged knife, or a lot of people actually follow their laws and know what their laws are and do require this. So glad to know it's there. Glad to know. You can also get these in a trainer, and I need to do that. I have not gotten a trainer for mine yet. But I gotta say, so this is AEBL. You can get them in AEBL and ADCRV2. Let me see, is this one in ADCRV2? No, mine are both in AEBL, and let's see about this one. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe this first batch was all AEBL. Doesn't matter. It's awesome. Either way, with that nickel boron coating, these amazing grinds and these edges. This thing is just incredibly sharp and really refined, beautifully done. And I'm so proud to have been a part of this, this here project. So get your hands on a T.Kell Knives Agent-001. There's the hard sell. You just go to their website and you got to order them. They do them in batches, so you won't get it immediately. But it's worth the wait and worth the scratch. Go check it out. Own yourself a T.Kell knife, and you can have my logo on it too. How cool. Right next to USA. All right. Thanks for watching.